This is part 2 of the 6th grade semester exam, starting with number 27. Molly had 216 flowers to make 8 floral arrangements. If she used the same number of flowers in each arrangement, how many flowers did she use in each arrangement? Yeah, that's a mistake right there. So if we had 216 flowers and that made 8 arrangements, and we want to know how many for one arrangement. So we're finding the unit rate. Unit rate. So divide by 8, divide by 8. 216 divided by 8 will give you how many flowers were in one arrangement. Number 28. We're going to use less than, greater than, or equal to make the statement true. Okay, remember you can turn them into decimals, or you can turn this into the same denominator, because neither one of them can be reduced. So 7 divided by 8, or 9 divided by 10. Get your decimals, and then you can see which one's the largest. Or you can find the common denominator. Number 29. Express each fraction in simplest form. When I find a fraction, you always look at the last digits. Both digits end in a 5. So you know they can be simplified and reduced by dividing by 5. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. And so reduce it. And if I look at my answers, that's the same one, and we know it can be reduced, so that's not your answer. Number 30, add, subtract, multiply, or divide. You have negative 7 plus 2. Negative 7 plus 2. You can either draw out all your negatives and have 2 cancel them, or you can always find the difference and keep the sign of the largest number. So if I want to do 7 minus 2, that's finding the difference. Subtraction is called difference. And then keep the sign of the larger number. And so that should be negative 5, because that is my sign. Or you could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, so those canceled out, and then you're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives. Number 31. Negative 9 times a negative 3. Remember, 2 negatives make a positive. So those 2 answers are not correct. And then when you're multiplying, numbers get bigger. So I can answer this problem without actually doing any math. Negative 9 times negative 3 has got to become a larger number, and it's going to be positive. So honestly, it can't be 3. Number 32. 4.5 and 5.4. Which one is less than, greater than, or equal to? 4.5 to 5.4. This one you need to look at place value in the ones, and that will give you your answer. 33. Negative 3 times 6. Negative 3 times 6. There's only one negative, so that's going to be a negative answer. I can cross those two out immediately. So negative 3 times 6. Number 34. You're going to multiply 4 times negative 6. That's going to give you a negative. Then you're going to have this answer, whatever 4 times negative 6 is. You're going to multiply that by negative 2. Well, now you have a negative times a negative, so your answer will be a positive. And again, we're multiplying, so it's going to be a larger number. 35. 1/2 times 30. I would take this 1/2, change it to a decimal, times 30. Or we can put 1/2 times 30 over 1. And then you'll have 30 over 2, and you can divide it by 2. So there's 2 ways to solve this problem. 36. 12/60. Keep in mind that a fraction is only a division problem. So, well, all we have to do is simplify it, simplest form. So we don't have to do anything but make it smaller, simplify. If I'm going from this one to a smaller fraction, remember division always makes things go smaller. So if I divide, you can divide by 2. You can keep going with that, or divide by 6. But you want to get down to the smallest, simplest form. Well, 12 over 60 can be simplified. 6 over 30 can be simplified. So I can cross those two out immediately. So which one would be the correct answer? Oh, honestly, 3/15 can be simplified. So without doing any math, by looking at my answer choices and eliminating the wrong ones, a lot of times you can narrow it down to 50-50 shot, or in this instance, we know our answer. "37. 8.4 and 6.9. 8.4, 6.9. Which one is less than, greater than, or equal to? So again, you're gonna look at your ones position, and that will tell you which number is the largest. Number 38. Express each decimal as a fraction in simplest form. Again, you always have to read simplest form. 5 over 10 can be reduced. 5 over 100 can be reduced. So, 0.5 equals which fraction? Number 39. 882 divided by 42. 882 divided by 42. Number 40. Express each decimal as a fraction in simplest form. So that can be reduced. This one can be reduced. So you're down to which answer? Without doing any math, you should be able to tell which one is the same as 1 and 64/100. Number 41. Express each fraction in simplest form. So I would reduce, because something can go into both of those, and get it down till you can't simplify anymore. Number 42. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. So negative 45 divided by 9. Again, I know my rules, so I know it's going to be a negative. We have a negative divided by a positive, so it's going to be a negative. I can cross that one out. So negative 45 divided by 9. I'm going to put my negative sign right there. Number 43. Less than, greater than, or equal to make the statement true. 5/9 or 1/2. And again, I would change them to decimals. 5 divided by 9, create your decimal, and then 1/2, you should automatically know that 1/2 is 0.5. 44. You have 4 minus a negative 3. So 2 negatives become positive. So 4 plus 3. It's not negative. Number 5. One of the 138 cars on a lot, 96 have an automatic transmission. What fraction in simplest form of the cars have an automatic transmission? Automatic transmission, 96, that is your part over your whole. Okay, so you need to simplify this in simplest form. Number 46. 8 plus negative 4. 8 plus negative 4. And so remember, you need to find the difference between those two numbers. Keep the sign of the larger number. Well, the larger number is a positive, so it's not going to be a negative 4. Number 47. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So again, these two negatives make a positive, then a positive times a negative would be a negative. I'm down to 2 choices. So 2 times 2, and then that answer times 2. Okay, we're not adding them up, we're multiplying. Number 48, determine the quotient. Remember, quotient means division. So 58 divided by 2. 58 divided by 2. And 49, number 49, 1/4 is less than, greater than, or equal to 2/8. 1/4 is less than, greater than, or equal to 2/8. 1/4, 2/8. Turn them into decimals, find the common denominator, or reduce 2/8 to get your answer. If you have any questions, you can ask me on Google Classroom or come in before school.